Welcome to Yeshiva Daf, your sponsor, Nishma Sarbi Akushalom Lepas Yitzchok. We're holding Basra of Kuf Ayin Dalet. We're starting in Amud Aleph, a few lines down in Amud Aleph. The Gemara says, Omar Avuno. So basically, the fifth line from the top. Omar Avuno, Ilvo Vani Oriv. We're talking now about the guarantor. So one says, lend, it's called the Oriv Levi. Levi is the Oriv, is the third one. He tells Reuven, lend to Shimon. So he says like this, Halveyu, Reuven lend Shimon, Vani Oriv, and I'm going to be the guarantor. Halveyu, Vani Perea, lend to Shimon, and I will pay back. Halveyu, Vani Chayav, or lend him, and I will be obligated. Or Halveyu, Vani Noisani, Eitin, lend him and I'll give. Kulon loshon arvusem. That's all arvus. Why? So according to this Bandalmar, whenever you use the loshon halva, I'm mentioning clearly that I want Reuven to lend to Shimon. So Levi is an arv. What does it mean arv? As we learned in the previous daf, he's a guarantor. As a secondary option, you first go to the Levi, and the Levi doesn't pay. You go to the arv. Ten loy vani kablon. If you use the loshon kablon. Kabbalah means I'm a Kabbalah. I'm the one who's accepting it. Ten loy vani perea. Pay him, give him, and I'm perea. He doesn't lose Yosha Kabbalah anymore. But he says give him. Or ten loy vani chayav, or ten loy vani ten. So here the main purpose is because he doesn't say Loshan Halva. He says Loshan Nesina. Give him. And now I'll take care of it. That Loshan is Kulim Loshan Kabbalah. So according to this one, when you say the Loshan Halva, you mean he's the borrower. Go to him. You can't, you come to me. Kabbalanus means almost, even though it doesn't mean it that way, but almost like you're giving him because I told you to give it to him. I'm responsible. Kabbalanus is more of a responsibility because he didn't use Loshan Halva. So when you buy Lu Halveyu Vani Kabbalan, ten loy Vani Orv, what happens if he has this mismatch? He says Alveyu Loshan Halva, but he used the word Loshan Kabbalan. Or he says ten loy, which is the Loshan of Kabbalanus, Vani Orv. So what is it then? Omar Vitzah Loshan Arvus Loshan Kabbalanus Kabbalanus. So Vitzah says, and similarly he argues what we said before, says whenever you use the Loshan of Arvus, I don't care if you said the Loshan 10 loy, he's always going to be Arvus. Even if he said Tait, he didn't say the Loshan Halva, he said Tait. But if you said the Loshan Kabbalanus, it's Kabbalanus, regardless if he has Loshan Halva there as well. Always Kabbalanus, always whenever you say Kabbalanus, you need to have the double Loshan. Alveyu, Vani Oriv. Loshan of alone, and then Loshan of Arvus. Both together to be an Oriv. Anything else is Kabbalanus. Rav says the opposite. Everything is a Loshan of Arvus, except when he said give and I'll give. And Koshikin says the Rashbam, give and I'll be a Kabbalah. But because it's a Loshan giving, that's the only time we have Kabbalah. So we have different Shittas over here, basically 5 main Shittas. One makes a person Arv, one makes him a Kabbalah. Tell him if I said, give him and I'll give. The lender can't even approach the borrower. He can go only to the Arv. He says, well, that's not true. The borrower will be out unless the Arv is which means he picks it up and says, I'm the one borrowing. In other words, the Arv says, give me the money, I'll give it to the Levi. So the Levi has nothing to do anymore with the lender. All he has to do is with the Arv. As we mentioned yesterday, that the Tosis in the previous Amud brings the 5 different levels of Arvus. And the last one is Nasan Bayad. That in that case, the lender has nothing to do with the borrower, but the Arv does. So the Arv can go to it. Melee. The lender can go to, if the Arv has no money, then the lender can go to the Levi. Why? Not because the Levi owes the Malvin. Not because the borrower owes the lender. But because the borrower owes the Arv. We have a din Shibud Deram Nasa. Shibud Deram Nasa is when Reuven owes Shimon. Shimon owes Levi, Reuven goes straight to Levi. Says the Gemara, Hu Dayona, De'achte lemalve lenichse de Levi. The Dayon allow the lender to go to the properties, to the land of the borrower, before the lender bothered to go to the borrower and say, give me my money back. And he didn't give opportunity for the borrower to pay on his own, to pay maybe money, to pay metaltalim. Salki of Chani and Brady Aviva. Chani Aviva kicked out the lender, says you can't take the cargo. Says, who's smart to do that except Rav Chana Brady Aviva? Rav Chana Brady Aviva is very wise to do it. Kasovar. The properties of a person are Aravim. They're considered to be his guarantors. The loan is on the person. His land, his karka, is a arif, is a guarantor. That's all it is. So Mila what? Not a malbis chaver de arif lo yifrim min arif. We said in our Mishnah, you don't go to the arif. What does it mean? You don't go to the arif. Lo yitvat arif tchila. Don't start with the arif. Don't go first thing to the arif. Meaning what? Meaning the loan is on the borrower. The Aravim, the guarantors, are secondary. His properties are also guarantor, they're also secondary. However, the asset, the Pyre Lemalvim, Kabed Lodil Liasvi. Now, another story. This guarantor, he was a guarantor of the Yeshiva, which means the father borrowed money. He was a guarantor. The father died, did not pay the loan. So the guarantor said, I'll be a nice man, I'm going to pay it back, so there'll be no work, the lender doesn't go and press the saving, and I'm going to come down to the saving later and say, pay me back. So whoever the asset, parable amount of them, can make do the new yasmin. He didn't speak to the saving, when first of all do it, and now he's coming to the saving to ask for his money back. The only reason a borrower needs to pay back because of the mitzvah. But Yisayimim, on the mitzvah, they don't have an obligation to do a mitzvah. So therefore they don't have to pay back. So yes, there is an obligation over here. But the reason why you have to pay back is because of a mitzvah. There's no mitzvah on the Yisayimim. Said the Gemara, now, as Rashbam points out, and we'll see more about it on the base, this is considered to be a mitzvah ba'al peh. Why is it a mitzvah ba'al peh? Because the Arev doesn't have, he's not the one holding the shtar. So the Arev is coming and saying, okay, I'm the guarantor to pay me back. Mitzvah ba'al peh. Mitzvah ba'al peh, a mitzvah which is now written in a shtar, that's when you say these servants don't have to do it unless they want to do a mitzvah. Now, we'll see in Amud days, when there's a shtar, it's different. Rav Huna Breda Yeshua Amar, he says that there's a different reason we don't take for the Yisrael. Mitzvah, maybe you should take for the Yisrael. But the reason why you don't do it, maybe the father gave the borrower, he gave him tzrari. Tzrari means small packages, which was metaltalim. Maybe the father, before he died, he did take care of the loan. We don't know about it. So while the Yisrael in Ketani, I'm not coming and take care of them because maybe the father paid the loan. Now, the Rashbam points out that the Huda B'Dei Yeshua holds you still have to pay the father's loan because they're eating from they're benefiting from the money that doesn't belong to them, so they have to pay it back. But here, I'm not sure I have to pay it back. So therefore, you go and you take it from you don't take it from the Yisrael. Now, the Rashbam ends, the long Rashbam over here, important Rashbam says, today, the people don't have land so much. And we know by Ksuvis, we say that the Goyim are Masakin, you take money from Metaltalim. So also by Yisayim, you take from Metaltalim. You will take from Metaltalim of the Yisayim. You will do that because of, it goes on to say, because Shloitino does with your life. If you're not going to allow the Yisayim to take it, so nobody's going to lend the Yisayim. So therefore, I don't rely on the karka, I don't do it that way. So says the Gemara, okay. Says the Gemara, and Daf Kufay Dalin base, my benai. What's the chiluk between these two answers? What happens if the borrower, before he died, admitted? They asked the father before he died, "Do you owe the money?" He says, "I do owe the money. I didn't give it sorry." Inami tishaltu umet b'shamte. The lender came to the borrower and says, "Pay me." He says, "I'm not paying." So they put him into Chayrim, and he died that way. So most part they didn't pay. Sholchu misam shamtu umes v'shamte. If he was in Chayrim in the bar, he died. Hilchasar karavuna brei of Yeshua. Hilchasar karavuna brei of Yeshua. The what? They do give it in the Yisraelim, because according to karavuna brei of Yeshua, the only reason I gave it because maybe it's Tzor but here there's no Tzor. Meisives the Gemara Orav Shaya Shtar Choy Yoytz V'Tachas Yodoi. You have Orav that has a Shtar Choy, and he's coming to extract the money because he paid it back, and the lender gave him the Shtar Choy. Ain't a grave. Then you don't grave it from the Yisraelim. But if it says that the Malvi wrote to the Orav, I accepted it from you, grave it. Why? Why you grave it? So Yeshua that says because of a mitzvah mashkat we're talking about a case that the father admitted. So therefore, you know the Orav paid, you take it out. Why would you take it out? Maybe mitzvah. If it says kabbalah, it's for that purpose. What does it mean? Look at Lashon Rashbam. It's considered to be murzuk. It's not milal peh because he's holding the shtar. That's what it says. It's kabbalah. He overtook the shtar. It's not because of a mitzvah. It's considered to be milva b'shtar. Milva b'shtar extracts straight from the karka. So when the Arav is holding on to a shtar, meaning he took the shtar, he received the shtar from the lender, he took it out, and now it's on his name, so then it does goive from the Yisrael. There was the guarantor of a goy, meaning the goy lent the money to the father died, and you have the guarantor paid it back. The pilot he paid the kachavim. Before he went to the Yisrael. Even if the problem is maybe the father gave metalton to the lender, how many million Yisrael? It's like a Jew. But Kachavim will go straight to the guarantor. So the father says, you know what, I'm not going to take care of it. Let it go to the guarantor. When the guarantor is being charged, he'll come to us. If the old is no, usually you're not choshish to tzorah. Hani mili Yisrael. That's okay. Yisrael. He's not going to pay him back. But if because they go always directly to the guarantor, he allowed the if he wouldn't have given tzorah, the guarantor would never accept to be a guarantor unless he knows that there's some deal over here where the bar already paid the lender something. If not, you now become a guarantor. So we say stories to each from minakotze lakotze. Do you say a goy is different lemal yuso or the goy is different legrius? So we said in the story, in the Gemara said that the Rishon said that Arav Leisha b'Ktubaso, the din is that you don't go after the Arav, and if you have to go after the Arav, the husband has to be mad. The husband should be mad at the wife. So don't say there was a trick. What was the trick? The husband divorced the wife. The husband won't pay the ksuva. The wife will come take the ksuva from the guarantor, and then he will remarry and have the money. That's what Shmuel Gamliel said. Says the Gemara the following: Moshe bar Atzrei, that was his name. Arav with the ksuva of the kalosava. He was an arav of the ksuva of his daughter-in-law. Rav Huna Brei, Tzur Merabon Rav Huna, his son, was a Tamachacham. It was very difficult for him to make ends meet, to have money. Someone should give an answer to Rav Huna. She should divorce his wife. And then she'll take her ksuva from her father. He'll give her back. Otherwise, seemingly the father, the shver, was not the father of Huna, was not supporting his son. I have a solution for that fact. Let the son divorce the wife, and then the father, as the guarantor, is going to pay the ksuva, and then you remarry her. Only not that one. So our Mishnah discussed it and said he'll do a netter to avoid it. Have to call the mekash or we do mekash. Everybody's mekash goes to Beis Din, they know what to do. Maybe he's mekash privately, he's not going to know. So the glory meals to the kohen hava. Then they found out the kohen knew that he was a kohen, the husband. If he divorced, he can return her. The people say, the poor poverty goes after the poor. Meaning someone who's poor becomes more poor. He was already a poor person. He has no money. He's even poor. He can't even divorce his wife and do this trick. So Abaye come with this concept. Abaye is a Rasha. We learned this earlier. What is a Rasha? He's a Rasha. He's wicked. He's Arum. He's very smart. He's wise. He's successful in his wickedness. What is that? So what was the story there? Then we said a person said, I'm giving my nechasim to Reuven, to Shimon. So if Reuven sells it, Shimon will never get it. So someone come and give Reuven Eitzah. Don't wait for yourself to die, just sell it. And then Shimon won't get it. Says that's a Rosh. You're right, it works that way. But you're doing a Rosh because you're taking away from the will of the giver. So he says here the same thing. Here the father doesn't want to pay the ksuva unless they get divorced. He's not really getting divorced. He's doing a whole trick to get the money. Says the Gemara, B'noi Shani, V'tzura Abonin Shani. We say here really the father wanted to support his son, and he was at the Mechachim, wanted to support the Mechachim, which is to come to make him do it. So here is the Arif, it's only a regular Arif. And we learned that Ksuva, as we'll explain in a moment, there's no Shibud on the Arif of the Ksuva, on the guarantor of the Ksuva. So they want Klablon Havel. He wasn't a regular Arif, he was the Kablon, he was the one who was more committed. That's good if you say the Kabbalah Ksuva is obligating himself, even though the husband has no money. But come on, that says that the Kabbalah is agreeing to subject himself only when he did it, there was money for the husband, and then he lost it. Here, the son, the Tzur had never money. You may say the answer one is the son did have money, and he lost it. I mean, this Tzur Rabban has some money aside and he lost it. Again, similar concept. The father is agreeing to give the son, even though usually people don't give their sons. Don't give to others. Where did we learn this? So this we learned in Maseches Gittin, the idea of a ksuba. What is it? Arav the ksuba divrei lo mishtabed. An arav, regular arav by ksuba, he's not subject him. He's not becoming an arav. Kabbalah the baal choyv divrei kol mishtabed. The kabbalah baal choyv is our sugya of kol mishtabed. Kabbalah the ksuba arav the baal choyv. If you have a kabbalah by ksuba or an arav by regular choyv, pliki. There you have a machlekes. What's a machlekes? If the borrower or the husband has money when the arav became an arav. So the guarantor says, listen, if something happens, you can't go to him, you come to me. But as long as he knows that the guy has nechasim. But if not, he's not really intending to become an arav. He says, no, a guarantor by regular chayv or a kablon by ksuba, he's willing to mishabed himself even though the person has no nechasim. That's the machlekes. So what's the halacha? The halacha is that the Gemara, or ben Islay ben Leislay mishtabed, the Bach brings over bekula mishtabed. Everybody goes with shubad by me'orav the ksuva. When you have an orav, it's not a kabbalah, and it's a ksuva, there's no shibud. Why? The having of the Islay the Baal, even the husband has money right now when he's doing it. Let me mishtabed. Why not? My time of mitzvah David, he's doing a mitzvah because he's making a husband and wife get together because there's a guarantor to willing to get married. Meaning she's not losing anything. Well, right? Because the ksuba is additional money. So the pashut shot is that the isha didn't lose it. It wasn't a real regular loan. Regular loan, the lender lost money. Here, the isha didn't lose money. It's like a protection for her when she gets divorced. And to the Rishbam, in addition to that Tavla Mitav Tamdu, she wants to get married. So really, she has no loss. Not that she gave anything from herself in order to get married. She wants to be married. She's not losing any money. So yes, the husband is obligated to give exuva. So the Arab says, you know what, I'm going to sign the Arabus. I don't really mean it. I just want a man to get married. The Isha is not losing anything. So therefore, he's signing the Arabus. His intention is not really to do it. And that's why by Arab of exuva, everybody agrees that there's no real shibud over here. We'll stop over here.